Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today we have the No Mercy pre-show for our No Mercy pay-per-view, which takes place tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course, here on the GGE network. Today, my guest is obviously no stranger. It is AJ Duelist from GGE.
What up, guys? I'm really excited for our show for No Mercy. This is the first show that Roy gets to showcase SmackDown, so I'm really excited to show you guys of how well that we work things up, and to have our first pay-per-view be SmackDown exclusive is a really big honor.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just SmackDown, it's a GG in a whole. It's a great way to kick off our season, Season 8. It's a great pay-per-view, and I'm looking forward to it. So, without further ado, we're going to get into predictions today. If you guys want to see the matches, obviously you can see in the bottom right corner. They're in a little slideshow for you guys to see. So, our first match, guys, is for the vacant SmackDown Tag Team Championships, where it'll be New Day taking on BAMF, of course standing for Blake and Murphy. Both these teams have had to go through a tournament to get to where they're at here today. This is actually our first of two kickoff matches. New Day's had to go through the Hardy Boys, and they've also had to go through the Ascension, while Blake and Murphy have had to go through the Hype Bros and Ryback to get where they're at. So both teams have had a great journey here, and they're going to be going head-to-head here for the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Championships. New Day, very great tag team, as well as Blake and Murphy. They're both young teams and up and coming here in GGE. But with my pick, I got to go with New Day, man. I'm a big fan of them, and I think they're going to walk out with the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
My prediction, I gotta go with Blake, Lex, and Murphy factor. I feel that because of how much they were cheating on last Thursday, I feel that Alexa's gonna do something crooked again to get the win. So I feel that there's gonna be some cheating involved, and I feel that BMF will become the first SmackDown Tag Champions.
Yeah, that's a great prediction there, and a great statement. Alexa did do a lot of interacting in that match when they took on Ryback, and she got really involved in it, so she could do the same. But then again, there's Xavier Woods, who could also get himself involved, or whoever's the manager for New Day, because New
and
Day
be
likes
distracting
to switch
with
up things.
Francesca as well.
Could you confirm to us who's going to be fighting for New Day tomorrow?
Yeah, it'll be Big E and Kofi as usual, and Xavier be at ringside with his little trombone.
Alright, okay. Good. So that's your first match, so let's head into our second match, guys, where it'll be Rhino, the Man Beast, one of the newest additions to the SmackDown brand, who got pulled over into the draft. He'll be taking on Mexico's greatest export and Alberto Del Rio. We just saw recently on SmackDown, it was Rhino who debuted against local talent Jonathan Woods. And afterwards, Del Rio, for whatever reason, we don't know his intentions, why he did it, but he did, and he attacked Rhino, and basically, in his payment was a huge gore, taking out Del Rio, and then The Rock, SmackDown's general manager, will then go on to confirm that it will be Rhino versus Del Rio. They're going to settle out their differences tomorrow at No Mercy. This is a very tough one. Rhino's coming off a big debut, and then Del Rio's coming off a huge win over John Cena on Superstars, actually making Cena tap out. One of the very few men that's been able to make Cena tap. So this one, it was tough for me to kind of call it down, but I got to go with Alberto Del Rio in this one. I think he's a very crafty superstar, and I think he's just going to use it to his advantage. He's Rhino's a really quick dude for his size, but I think Del Rio's just a little bit quicker, and I think he's a little bit smarter in that ring. So with my pick, I got to go with Alberto Del Rio.
I also have to go with Alberto Del Rio just because he was able to tap out John Cena, and that's not easy feat to do. Like, John Cena has only tapped out like a couple times, and doing that is a big statement. I think Rhino will give him a fight, but I think that the difference maker is the cross arm breaker, so I'm going with Alberto Del Rio as well.
Yeah, that cross arm breaker it's deadly, man. That junk's it's very painful, I'll just tell you.
Ask Ronda Rousey's opponents.
Oh Lord, yeah, that's true. Alright, so that being said, we're going to head into our next matchup. It's actually on our official card. It's going to be for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, where it'll be #1 contender, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, taking on the big dog, the leader of the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns won that Intercontinental Championship a couple weeks ago in the season 8 premiere of Friday Night SmackDown Live, not on Fridays anymore. That would be Thursday Night SmackDown. So, he won that title off Kurt Angle in a winner-takes-all match. And then the following week, it was Mark Henry versus John Cena. Winner would become the new #1 contender for that Intercontinental title. Obviously, Mark Henry coming away with his victory, inducting Cena into the Hall of Pain. Mark Henry's had a very successful time here on SmackDown Live in the start of Season 8, but as well as Roman Reigns. Reigns is one of the most dominating superstars on the SmackDown brand, if not the most dominating superstar. But Mark Henry's looking to prove everyone wrong, that he's still the most dominant superstar in GGE, and the strongest superstar. But Reigns can match Henry's strength, I'll tell you that. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup and a test of strength, to say the least. But with my pick, I could go with Roman Reigns. I think Reigns is going to successfully walk out with that IC title. He's going to walk in and walk out. The big dog overcomes the odds, and I think he's going to do it again this Sunday at No Mercy.
I'm going to say that this will probably be a lot to put down Mark Henry just because of how resilient he's showed against John Cena on the first week. And I personally feel that it'll come down to a back and forth match, but I fear that the spear is a big difference maker. A lot of time when you get hit by that, you're not going to get up. So I feel that Roman Reigns will win off a second spear and retain his Intercontinental Championship.
Nice prediction, and that'll be interesting if it goes down that way for sure. So we'll find out all this and more tomorrow at No Mercy. But with that being said, we're going to head into our next matchup. Now, this matchup I'm very interested in. It's going to be the Dead Man, the Phenom, the Undertaker, taking on the leader of the Straight Edge Society, CM Punk. Punk, for whatever reason, recently came out and attacked Undertaker, and kind of inadvertently, I guess you could say, challenging Undertaker. And Taker's no man to back down from a challenge. Taker accepting that challenge, and now these two meet tomorrow at No Mercy. Taker's got his choke slam, his deadly tombstone pile driver, and Punk meanwhile has his GTS, his Anaconda Vice. They both have a very great moveset, and they fought before in the past. And I believe they're actually pretty even in win-losses between each other. But this is going to be a very interesting one indeed, and I'm kind of interested in seeing what's going to go down. Punk has AJ Lee and all, so I wonder if she's going to try to intervene or whatnot. There's been all kinds of speculation on what she's going to be doing, at No Mercy. So, but with that being said, I got to go with Undertaker. He's someone who just kind of rises above all challenges and all kinds of controversy. He's just someone who rises above all of that. And I think I don't think it's going to be easy to beat CM Punk, but I think it's going to take a couple tombstone pile drivers. And here's a little bold prediction. I think one of those two men, more than likely CM Punk, is going to go right through that announce table. But my pick is going to be the Dead Man, the Phenom, the Undertaker.
I'm going to pick CM Punk just because I feel that he's going to do some cheeky tactic to win, whether it's some roll-up or whether it's using the ropes in some way or using the turnbuckle pad. I feel Punk's going to do something cheeky, maybe feet on the ropes or something like that. I feel that Punk will get a cheeky win over Undertaker tomorrow night at No Mercy.
All right. Definitely could see it happening. He's definitely someone who kind of, I guess you could say, he takes the easy way out, So that's going to lead us to our next matchup. This matchup is probably the most personal match on this card, besides the main events. I think this is definitely one of the most personal matches we've seen in SmackDown history. It's the Demon King Finn Balor taking on the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now let me date you back to the season 8 premiere of SmackDown. We thought he was going to debut anyways. We thought he was. He was going to, scheduled to take on Baron Corbin. It never happens. Finn Balor came out and attacked Nakamura, blindsiding him. Now, these two were, I guess you could say, fairly good friends in the indie scenes and all that. But for whatever reason, Balor thought he should come out and attack Nakamura with a sledgehammer, basically beat him to a pulp, making a statement there. And then the following week, this past SmackDown, it got confirmed that it'll be Nakamura versus Balor. at No Mercy. Now these two, they go back a long ways, all the way back to even NXT. So it's definitely going to be interesting here, and we'll finally see the debut of Shinsuke Nakamura if the club doesn't say different. Because lately, every time we think we're going to see Nakamura debut, we don't. On Superstars, he was supposed to debut against Christian. Never happened. Freaking Luke Gallows came out to, just ruin the whole thing. So, the club has been just ruining the debut of Nakamura.
It's kind of like Finn Balor's doing whatever it takes to make sure Shinsuke doesn't have a good moment on the main roster. Like,
yeah.
He's trying to ruin everything for him.
Not giving him that feel-good moments. But, this is going to lead me to my prediction. I think just because of the club alone, we don't know what they're going to have up their sleeves. And I think just keep an eye out, because there's going to be some dirty tactics, dirty plays being played by the club. I'm sure. I can almost guarantee you it. So with that being said, I got to go with Finn Balor just for those reasons alone. Nakamura's out there alone. Finn Balor has a whole club. So yes, I'm going to go with Finn Balor to win at No Mercy tomorrow.
My prediction might be a shocker to a lot of people. I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel that Shinsuke has the one-up over Balor now after taking him out with the Kinshasa. In fact, I believe he hit it like twice on the little fight they did. And we also saw that Shinsuke was Brazilian. He got slammed into an electrical outlet, and he still got up after that. So I feel that Shinsuke won the first one, but I feel that club's going to do something dumb during the match or something.
And of course,
I feel that Shinsuke's going to not let it distract him, and I feel Shinsuke will win the first one.
And of course, if you want to watch that backstage brawl, it's actually on the GGE network here, this past SmackDown Live. So definitely, if you want to watch that again, check that out. It's definitely an interesting fight.
But win or loss, I feel that this is not going to be the end of it, because I feel that these guys don't want to make it as personal as possible.
It's too personal to just end it,
It's just too personal for it to end after one.
Yeah. All right, guys. So this is going to head into our first of two main events. We're actually having two main events this pay-per-view. And it might be a shocker to some of you guys, but actually the first of two main events is, for the first time ever, a women's match. And it's going to be for the SmackDown Women's title. It's going to be new champion Charlotte defending against former champion Lita. Let's give you a little tail of the tape. So last season 7, Charlotte was the SmackDown Women's champion. She fought a surprise return of Lita in a house show. I guess you could say it kind of caught Charlotte off guard. It was Lita who came up with the win. So then on the Season 8 premiere of SmackDown, Charlotte got a rematch, invoking it and bringing Ric Flair in her corner, kind of a surprise to some. And she walked out the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And now it was announced by SmackDown General Manager The Rock that she'll have to defend it here tomorrow at No Mercy against Lita. And not just any normal match. It's actually a ladder match. And it's gonna be quite interesting. We've only seen one other ladder match ever on SmackDown, and that was Bayley and Trish Stratus when they had their crazy rivalry. And then in NXT, it was I believe it was Asuka and Emma.
It was devastating. Bayley.
Oh yeah,
was out for quite some time with an injury.
Yeah, almost broke her arm. It was a fracture, but it was very close to a break.
Yeah, so we know how dangerous these matches can get.
But Lita is extreme. She's extreme, so I'm very interested. And so is Charlotte. That moonsault she's done off the top turnbuckle to the outside, all kinds of crazy stuff. But this is gonna be interesting. I really hope to see a moonsault off the top of that ladder, or a twist of fate off the ladder, or Lita has her moonsault too. They both have a crazy moonsault, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm really looking forward to this. This probably might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite match on this card. This is going to be quite interesting. But this is going to lead me to my pick. I'm going to go with Charlotte. I think Charlotte's is going to pull off the win here, not saying anything against Lita. But I think it's Charlotte's time. I don't know if Lita can still take over the women's division like she once could. So I think Charlotte's going to prove to be the face of the SmackDown, the women's division, tomorrow at No Mercy.
I'm going to go with the opposite pick. I'm going to say Lita. She had time with the Hardys back in the day, so she could have also got some mentorship from Jeff and Matt back in the day. And Jeff and Matt are still in the same brand. They could be still giving her tips of what to do in a ladder match. So I feel that just because of Lita with interaction with the Hardys, and I feel that she has a more experienced mindset than a young Charlotte. So I feel that Lita will win the match tomorrow night and win the final be-all match between Lita and Charlotte.
All right. So with our predictions being said there, it's going to head into our second and final match. Or I should say second main event and final match of No Mercy. There it is. You can see it on the screen right there. It's going to be the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan, defending his WWE Universal Championship against former champion, Captain Charisma himself, Christian. And not just any normal match, a 30-minute Iron Man match. 30-minute Iron Man match, guys. That's actually the longest we've ever had an Iron Man match. So SmackDown's really pulling off a lot of big matches, a lot of big stipulations here at No Mercy, making some history here for GGE. This is going to be an interesting one. They've both got their moves, but I think the question is, what is Christian going to do to make Daniel Bryan tap out? Daniel Bryan is a submission specialist. He does not tap out. I don't know that I've ever seen Daniel Bryan tap out in GGE. Maybe I'm wrong, but, if my memory serves me right, he's never tapped out. So this is going to be interesting to see if Christian can even do that. I don't know if we've ever really seen Christian use submission holds. Maybe a Boston Crab or, something like that.
Yeah, the Boston Crab of Doom.
Oh, God, that was insane. But
that was some cheese, though, man.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to go down and say that it's going to go down to 3-3, both having 3 apiece. And I think the final one is going to be Daniel Bryan coming off of the yes, or I should say the knee plus. So I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan in this one. It's going to be very interesting, y'all. So, but I'm definitely going to go with Daniel Bryan. He's one of my favorites on SmackDown Live. Not anything against Christian. Christian will pull off what he has to. But I'm very interested in seeing how Christian's going to fare and maybe making Daniel tap or whatever it may be, All right, so my prediction, definitely Daniel Bryan.
I'm also going to go with Daniel Bryan. I feel that he has a lot of momentum going into this match. Don't get me wrong, Christian has momentum as well after defeating Roman Reigns on SmackDown. But I feel that Daniel Bryan, he's just riding off such a strong start so far. And he's currently, I believe he's 2-0, correct? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's currently 2-0. He's had such a good start to the season after everything shaky and the last season at WrestleMania. And I feel that he's going to be riding the wave of momentum into this match. And I feel that it's going to go down to a one point difference. And it might even go to overtime for all knows, because I've said that if this match is past the 30-minute mark, we'll go to the first pinfall in overtime. I feel that this will be either 1 point difference or overtime finish. I'm going with Daniel Bryan by 1 point finish.
Daniel's done really phenomenal for himself, no pun intended. Here on the SmackDown brand, since being drafted from Raw to SmackDown. Actually, I take that back. It was in a trade. Was it season 7, like early on season 7, in a trade with SmackDown and Raw, and he's done great for himself. He's held the now retired World Championship a couple times, the Universal Championship for the first time here this season. So he's done really great for himself. I'm happy for Daniel Bryan. So this is going to be a great match. I think it's going to be the...
I got a question for you as well.
Yeah.
Do you think this will possibly go into overtime? Because based on how competitive these two guys are and how back and forth these guys can be?
I don't think it's going to go into overtime. I think that they don't want it to go longer than it should, because they're going to be tired. I think they're just going to... One of them is going to pull out a huge move. I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan.
I think they're going to do whatever it takes to get a pin.
Because we've seen that knee plus come out of nowhere,
Yeah.
It's like an RKO. It literally can come out of nowhere. So I think he's going to connect with that, knock Christian out, and that'll be it.
I feel these guys are going to be going for some roll-ups. I'm going to feel like they might go outside, try to get a cheeky point off a counter or something like that. Knowing Christian, he'll probably try to do that, try to get a cheeky point.
Yeah.
Or maybe try to do a table dive, spear for the barricade, get a point that way maybe. I feel that these guys are going to do whatever it takes to make sure that they get the one-up on the points system.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that this will be probably match of the year, maybe, even.
Yeah, I could see that. So yeah, that's kind of the end here of our No Mercy pre-show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, of course, leave a thumbs up on this video. Comment in the comment section below of your thoughts, your predictions of No Mercy. And of course, be subscribed if you haven't already subscribed, I appreciate all the support I can get, man. We're trying to make this as a revolutionary brand here in GGE, and you guys have been a lot of help so far, so I appreciate all of the support. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys are hyped for No Mercy, SmackDown's first exclusive pay-per-view ever, and our first pay-per-view here in Season 8. AJ, do you have any final words?
I feel that this show will be really fun to watch, and I'm already saying this now, there will be a lot of things you guys won't see coming tomorrow night. So everyone that's not on the card, tune in because you don't know what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what's gonna happen with this card. It's gonna be an entertaining as hell show, and I feel that this will probably be one of the more fun shows and one of the more shows that you don't really see. You don't think you know all the answers, pretty much.
Yeah, okay, sweet. All right, guys. So, as always, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and until next time, guys, peace out, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.